Okay, so thoughts about the rant.
You want to do prep work on camera?
Oh, wait, are we recording?
You said no prep work. You said just jump right into it. Now you're like, okay.
Oh, well, that's fair. No.
Brad wants a cold open anyway.
Okay, that's our cold open. What's going on, guys? Dirtsheet clocking in from the Spoiler Alert Network. I'm here with Pibble, Showtime, and we are doing a special Untitled rant from an unorganized mind. You can remember a month, 2 year, 3, 4 ago. At some point in time, I promised a rant continuing on about why fans are the worst, and this rant is about wrestling fans. So I figured I would get the man who has been victimized by wrestling the most in his life, Showtime, to join me on this, because he will have special input and viewpoints on why being a wrestling fan sucks. So, Showtime, I need your input on why being a wrestling fan is just the most depressing thing in the world.
Well, wrestling just is the worst. And it's the worst because when you love it so much, you want it to be good. And it's just never good. It can always be better. And as a wrestling fan, you just expect it to be good. And then it's not, so you at it. And then they fix it and they make it good and you're like, nope, I liked it the way it was more. And you could just never be happy as a wrestling fan. You just always want different. And no matter how different it is, it's never good enough. Doesn't matter. Insatiable.
I guess that would be something that, that would be one of my bullet points on why being a wrestling fan, why wrestling fans are the worst, because I am no better about it myself. Wrestling fans will whine and complain and say, like, this is what creative should do for months and years, and then we'll get it, and it won't make us happy. Like Roman Reigns' heel turn recently. I'm not super up to date on what's going on in the main roster because it's poop, but fans for years were like, Roman Reigns would be great as a heel. Forget the Super Roman character. Give us Roman Reigns as a heel. They give us Roman Reigns as a heel. He does great work. Fans still complain about it.
Yeah.
It's like no matter what they do, it will never be good enough for us. And we will always be sitting on our couch at home being like, this is what creative should have done to make it better. And even if they had done exactly that, we would still find something to dislike about it.
And the worst part, I think, is that when you're a wrestling fan, you think that the way to talk about your problems with wrestling is by about it online, going to Twitter and thinking maybe WWE is going to see your tweets and be like, oh yeah, I should change something.
At Vince McMahon.
I'm going to just mention Vince, and then he's just going to see my tweet, and he's going to be like, yeah, that guy, Destroyer 69, he's right. But it's not that way. Wrestling, the companies don't give a shit about what you're saying to them as long as you keep on paying their bills, as long as you keep on subscribing to the network, paying your $9.99 a month, watching their show, moving their needle on the ratings, buying their merchandise. As long as you're showing them that you're willing to pay for the trash that they're shoveling, then they're going to keep shoveling.
Yep, and you know what? That is, I think that's probably the biggest reason why I don't like wrestling fans, and why I don't like I said, myself included, because I fall under all of these categories.
Me too.
Also, I guess, the hopeless optimism that we carry as wrestling fans, because I'm still in that stage. Showtime himself is a free man now. You guys know after the Saudi shows, Showtime doesn't watch wrestling anymore. I can confirm he's true to that. I've been trying for a year to get this guy back into wrestling any way I can, and he is not biting at all, and I respect it. It's what is the word? Naivety? Naivety?
Yep.
So,
nope, not gonna try.
Native Americans.
Yep.
But, does that wrap it up? Is that all we had?
No, there's so much more.
Oh God, okay. This is an extended rant. This is going on longer than usual. What else? What other problems do we have with wrestling fans? Let's just put it all out there on the table. Why wrestling fans are the worst fan base.
So what they do is they like Dirtsheet here is doing about them bringing back these dinosaurs from the past, but I mean, still watching. Like I said before, I mean, obviously you said you're not, which I respect, but people about it, and then they're still tuning in every week, and they're still watching, and they're still showing that these guys are moving the needle. Like Goldberg was from the 90s. They could just leave him there, and it'd be fine. And just leave him there. But no, he showed up on he showed up on SmackDown a couple years ago when he did that big promo, and everybody was like, this is the greatest promo of all time. Goldberg's getting a hell of an ovation. That was like the most viewed segment on SmackDown in like 2 or 3 years.
And I hate that that's true.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like, there you have so much fucking talent on the roster, and they just want to give all their attention to these guys that don't matter anymore. Goldberg doesn't matter. Nobody matters from the Attitude Era. Nobody matters from the 90s. And, what's his name? Ali. Ali had a promo on Raw Talk a couple weeks ago. I saw it on Reddit, where he was saying that these guys, they blazed the trail. They laid down the path. And when's it going to be my turn to walk that path? Because these guys just want to come in, and it's not Goldberg. It's not his fault.
It's all Goldberg's fault. You fucking suck, Goldberg. Bill Goldberg, at you, bro.
It's the fans'
Stop
fault.
it.
It's the fans' fault for caring about these old guys.
I'm still going to blame Goldberg.
I blame the Goldberg fans. The people who are like, yeah, we want Goldberg. We want a 55-year-old man to come in and face our WWE champion. We want a 55-year-old man to come in and kill The Fiend, who is the greatest thing in the planet ever. Just, he doesn't matter anymore. Give the title to Goldberg. And then set up a match with Goldberg and whoever at whatever pay-per-view. Who was it?
When?
Last year, when Goldberg took the title from The Fiend.
That was at one of the Super Showdowns, wasn't it? Or
it was Goldberg and nope. Yeah, he took the title at the Super whatever Saudi bullshit Blood Money 5, but
then he lost it to Braun at WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania,
yeah,
that was the thing. Goldberg just went to WrestleMania 2 months later and lost the title to Braun Strowman at WrestleMania with no fans. So it didn't matter that Goldberg just squashed The Fiend. And it really pissed me off as a wrestling fan. So I did the thing that I think wrestling fans should do in that situation. Cancel my subscription. Haven't watched a minute of wrestling since WrestleMania. I haven't tuned in to move the needle for the ratings. I catch up on news on Reddit, and that's it. I don't watch wrestling anymore. And I'm one of those stupid fans that still loves wrestling, but doesn't watch it.
In conclusion, to wrap this up so we won't be here all night, being a wrestling fan is the literal definition of insanity. We go through the same motions every single day with wrestling, hoping for something to change, and it's never going to change. And we just keep falling for the same trick. And I think that's why wrestling fans are the worst, because we're the most displeased, salty, bitter, aggressive, smelly fan base out there. Like, it's still real to me, damn it.
The thing about wrestling is no one in the world hates wrestling more than wrestling fans.
Straight up. Like, non-wrestling fans, like, could not care at all. They'll just be like, oh, that's fake. And then wrestling fans will be like, let me tell you why it's fake. Bermuda Triangle. Like, it's like they have the wildest conspiracy theories. Like, it's just absolutely insane. So, I don't know. I hate wrestling fans. I guess it means I hate myself. So, you suck. Goldberg. So, anyways, guys, I think that we're going to wrap up the Untitled Rant. Like I said, it went on probably twice as long as most of them do, but that's because there's just so much to touch on. Don't like the way that sounded. There's so many different things about wrestling fans that bother wrestling fans. There was a lot to talk about. And I hope that you guys enjoyed me and Showtime teaming up for this rant. I personally think it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. Pibble enjoyed it. Nope, she's not going to look. Anyways, guys, until you see more stuff with my face, this furry face, Brad's face somewhere doing things, just remember to stay dedicated.